What's the good word, Scuttler? Hope the Navy doesn't trouble you none over it. They tend to hold a grudge. Hey, you're better at this than I thought. You open to more work and more coin for your troubles? Your next target is Kuaru, a Huana captain with a black mark on his name. He sees outlander ships like floating game ready to be harpooned.
The Huana fleet cherishes him as a patriot, I say.
Kuaru helms the junk Kamat O Ngati and lurks on the outskirts of Kua Urikuhu island chain, east of Nekataka. Good hunting, Scuttler.
Puny. Too puny to join my crew. Go away. Be gone. Scram. As I said, I seek bodies for a crew. And no, you cannot join. It is kind of you to announce yourself to me, bounty hunter. It will be just as kind of you to die by my hand.
Could be trouble. Right between the eyes.
Yes? I suppose it can't be helped. Happily. Certainly.
I welcome your return. So, the puffed-up little charlatan is gone for good. Well done. That's one down. Just 3 left to go. If you're still game. Finally, the lady falls. You already have my gratitude. Now take my coin. But halfway is half done, my friend. There are 2 more members of the Firebrand's old crew that need your special attention. Danae was a wild girl from the day she was born. She came out of the womb yelling loud enough to make your ears bleed. And she never really stopped. She chased a bad end like a winter-starved wolf chases the first fat deer calf of spring. It was only a matter of time before she caught it. But dead is dead, and reminiscing with you won't bring her back. I hope Katrin put on a good show for you before the end. There's just the one crew member left now. I'd say it's a shame to have lost such a brilliant mind, but Torkar didn't give you any choice. You've put to bed the last of the Firebrand's crew, my friend, which was more than I ever could have hoped for. Thank you truly. I can rest easy now, knowing they got what they deserved.
Castell warned me you would come, but he did not indicate how much he'd have briefed you in advance. Need I remind you, the entire point of dealing with the Chaffed Crookspur was to make inroads with them, my special associate. However, we shall consider this an opportunity lost and put it behind us. You do still hold immense value as an investment for my success. Come, let us share a fine conversation. Well, share and share, as is the law of the coast. Meaning what by that last? You were able to read his soul, despite how much time has passed? God save us from fools who battle with blind trust. A death guard? How fascinating. And terrible. I must of course presume that you've unearthed a promising lead for us. Perhaps you were able to learn of our Rivan's whereabouts, of where her spectral ship oft anchors. I can summon to mind no island with such name. Likely it hides now behind another. I will charge my best chroniclers to track our isle through the centuries. I believe you're becoming an invaluable asset to the Principe, and I deeply value each of my assets. You must accept this token of my immense appreciation. Keep an ear to the sea, Aimika. I will contact you when I have made a significant gain into the investigation of our mysterious floating hangman. Yet by some means you have acquired it. How remarkable. Ah, I know these symbols. This is the Burning Palace, see? The symbol represents the Dokotsi family, which means you are in possession of the royal sword of Gran Vaelia, the Engoliero do Esbirs, ac? Merla, but it appears to be sealed tight. Perhaps we might use this to bargain with Rivan, should we ever chance a meeting with her. Come, let us share a fine conversation. Who better to ask than the first chair and highest rank on the Consuelo, Mescasitas? Ak, what is it you wish to know? What matters is not who they were, Casita. Only that we took it from them. But as you are curious, I will tell you this. The architecture of Balefire Beacon suggests dwarven craftsmanship. My own research into the island upon which I established Dunwich paints these ruins in a picture of blood and agony. Whatever dwarves sought to make their refuge here were exterminated by a crush of Naga tidal waves and great sea monsters all at once. Fortuitously for us, Ondra shelters her loyal sailors more than wayward mountain dwarves. Ak, what is it you wish to know? We are a magnificent but largely landless people, so we have come to own the sea. To survive, we must seize prosperity where we can. Hence, we're oft labeled as pirates, smugglers, merchants of illicit trade, or mercenaries. It will not always be so, but it is for now. Ak, what is it you wish to know? Indeed, Aimika, you are correct in this assessment. We are descended from refugees who fled during Old Valia's decline. They sailed the eastern reach to the Deadfire. But they did not settle the islands. Today, even, our shipboard life continues. Ak, what is it you wish to know? Come, let us share a fine conversation. Aimika, do you know how I have lived so long in this life of piracy? It is not by blabbing all of my secrets to anyone who asks. Fortune with you and yours.
I'd be glad to.
Ado, my hunter. To what do I owe this delight? You have done us both a favor. My esteem in the bounty community rises, and hunters come to buy me drinks. My friend, you have drained the wellspring and made us both very famous. If you have not spoken to her yet, find the Goldpack Knight Okauro in Sacred Stair. She can give you more work.
Your mother gave you quite the ego.
One of many gifts, I say.
That wasn't a compliment, but never mind.
Ak, my little privateer. You have news for me? Perfetto. A pirate deserves no better send-off than a watery tomb. But you did not just come to deliver good news. You came for work, Ak. You've done well for the company. My last target is Desiwa the Shark, a Rawatayan Kasita who we suspect of intimidating survey ships. Gelarde. Desiwa sails the Dao Blacktip in the waters south of Sayuka.
Of course.
Glad to see you in one piece, Watcher. I heard you had an eventful trip to Hasongo. The truth is that much of this archipelago is still a mystery to us. And such mysteries are often fatal, as the Royal Deadfire Company discovered. Perhaps if you relay your findings to Director Castell, he will finally grasp that truth. Please, go ahead. Ha! What don't I do? I tend to the day-to-day business of the Valiant Trading Company, our negotiations, contracts, and so on. The director takes a broader view of the business. You might call him our navigator. He directs the company's ambitions in the Deadfire. Well, the Valiant Trading Company has been here in Nekataka for many decades now. Its main interest is in the mining of luminous Adra, for which we have negotiated with numerous tribes for access to the Adra sites and, where possible, labor. The company also engages in more mundane lines of trade, of course. Ultimately, we are merchants. I have the utmost respect for Director Castell. He made his fortune of peculiar little investments as a younger man. Our investors must have sensed their kindred spirit, no? I think the pressures of leadership are starting to wear on him, poor man. It is simple science. I was never of a scholarly disposition, but I recognize that animancy can be nearly as useful as a good caster. As with most fields of study, its merit depends on the mind pursuing it.
The republics have the best minds in the world pursuing it, Mestre Alvari.
Very well. Anything else?
You know, I wish you'd been around a year back. We would have left the Royal Deadfire Company in the dust. Now then, did you have a reason for coming by? I'll answer what I can, of course. Now then, was there...
I'd be half worried about our friends from the Reach, Maya.
They were doing fine without our help.
Saying though, go too long without release, you risk the bits getting all clogged up.
Ah, we can only watch and pray they help themselves.
Welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how is the sailing? Smooth? Nothing to delay your expedition, I hope. How might I assist you? I could not have hoped for a better partner in this endeavor. Your well-deserved pay, of course. Why stop here? We're making good headway, and you've certainly proven yourself. I'm sending you far out west this time. Past Port Maje, past the Wakara Reef, and even the Kangati Islands. Nobody's been out that way in ages. All manner of dark stories. I'm sure you'll be fine. I'll be waiting.
Still got it.
Worth and rough!
Indeed.
My scouts tell me that you sail from Oriokoiki. Do the Wahaki pay the crown obeisance in whatever eccentric form suits them? You have united the Huana with our missing limb. Prayer and the wisdom of Kohopa will help steer my next course. I will send for you in time. Speak freely, Herald of Bereth. Ah, Akira. But listen how the Watcher flatters me. I cannot plant a seed in untilled soil. Akira, I want for there to be trust between us. The trading companies send spies to every corner of the mountain. I say there are places they cannot go. You and Aruihi think alike. This is my oasis, I say, not my prison. But you did not climb all the way up the mountain to pay compliments, I say. Fine beasts, are they not? Gifts from the Wapua, a tribe of proud animal trainers. I named them Kohopa and Tangaloa, which makes the priests very unhappy. Aruihi thinks I should feed my enemies to them alive and screaming. Akira, I have given it thought. Because we are the shrub in the shadow of an old growth. Even the gods may protest, but this city blooms from the wealth of foreigners. Aruihi would have me force them back to their ships. I say it is better to feed my allies under a single roof. Neketaka is older than our memory. We found the great city in ruins, and the Kahanga have spent generations replacing every cracked stone. The Huana, of course. The mark of our ancestors runs deep. Walls and districts are not how we would build a city today, but this place has echoes of the past. And our future, I say, if we can but reach to grasp it. The Valians were very forthright in their desire to carve out a permanent outpost, I say. When cannon shot echoed across the seas, the Crown opened negotiations with Rawatai's armada, a healthier alternative to war. My brother thinks I am too lenient with our visitors. I say I will accept even this uneasy balance. First, a question of my own. This city is not how the tribes would live. Walls stand between neighbors, and the beach is too far to walk comfortably. There are angles of this city I cannot see from my garden. What place has Neketaka in the great pattern of the Deadfire? Bottoms seldom are, I say.
Do we still speak of the city? I have lost track.
Akira, my thanks for your perspective. I say you give me much to consider. We are the stewards of the Deadfire. Our ancestors made this pact with the goddess Nagati long before Ukaizo, before the island vanished. The one which taught us to shape water. It is said that Nagati bound her 4 guardians to protect the islands, the Adra, the seas, and the tribes. In return, she gifted them the forms of water shaping. For so long as our promise is kept, the goddess gives us dominion over water. Did I do your mother justice, Takehu?
Akira. Somewhere in the abyss, she blinks her enormous eyes with approval, I say.
Awfully cozy how the tribes get to use the endorsement of a goddess in a land dispute.
If that is all you see, then Nagati's lesson is lost on you. May I live to see Rawatai's conceit unravel them from within. Speak on. A friend of the crown should be well informed, I say.
The belly of the great eel roars with hunger. Will you help Barati to calm it? Akira, and the seas grow quiet while Tangaloa grows fat on outsider meat. The great eel swims toward Rafik, the Redbeard, but the Principe captain outpaces even the gods. Rafik sinks Wana's ships for joy and plunder. This cannot stand. The great eel licks his mighty chops. Know Rafik by his Tao, Siren Song, which haunts the waters south of Cooksbar Island, northeast of Nikitaka.
Candles and bombs.
Hunter, do you come to serve your coin bond? Then our clients have transmuted gold into justice. You have proven to me that you know the value of a coin bond. There is more work for you, if you'll have it. Anadire the Siren haunts the rocky shore and steers ships to a watery grave. The surviving crews of a dozen vessels have rallied their coin against her. She can be found in the western isles of the great Kua Urakuhu chain. Your coin bond has muffled a killing song. Excellent work. We are not finished. Your bond is needed again, and if your purse has room, we may help each other. Ikorno, a wizard of great cunning, slays Mataru warriors in single combat.
A waste of money. If he was one of our agents, he wouldn't have gotten caught.
It is not for us to say what is right or true, only to keep our vows. Ikorno pages through his grimoire in the central isles of the Kua Urakuhu chain. Imagine what we could make of these isles if more Hawana knew how to use coin as a weapon. Our work is almost finished. Your bond nearly exhausted, I say. The Rathun warlord Yarza Gabrant has been terrorizing merchant ships across the archipelago. He seems to think that the islands require his protection. He was last seen taking shelter on an island in the southern midpoint of Magran's Teeth. The coin does not wish him to stifle trade. Enemies have bonded their funds to see this monster slain.
There's a newie sending for the Gunhawks.
I saw one shoot once. Hit a lurch shark in the eye from 200 feet away.
It has been brought to my attention that you ousted the slavers from Crooksburg. You've done a noble thing. They had long been a thorn in our side, but one we were hesitant to remove on our own. You've done us a considerable favor. Indeed, indeed. But the problem hardly begins or ends with the slavers. Deadfire is a troubled place, beset by all manner of predation and lawlessness. Adventure stories blame it on the fury of Helia's storms and the hunger of Andra's beasts. Historians like Maya's own dear brother would spin you a tale of isolation and trade booms.
He also said that sharing knowledge and sharing cannon fire were as different as birds and foxes.
All of that merely obscures the plain yet hard truth. The Juana lack the will to defend their homeland. Allow me to illustrate. 2,000 years ago, our people began the conquest of Rauatai. The land was new to us. Many of its inhabitants were better equipped. But we overcame them. We were unified where they were scattered. And we were not content to huddle in cliff caves and subsist. We were determined to make a better life for ourselves. The Valians and the Principe will tear Deadfire asunder, and the Juana will stand by and let it happen. So we must do everything we can to defend the archipelago and its people. We shall ensure that the slavers do not return by stationing one of our most elite fleets at Crooksburg. I think we should continue to focus on how we might help each other, don't you? And by continuing to work together, we can achieve both our objectives. A more stable Deadfire, and a meeting with Aothas. In any case, our attentions are now focused on Sayuka for now. I'm sure the Hazanui will summon you when the time is right. Who we are. What does this even mean? Why the search for permanence in a transient existence? One day, our bodies will perish and our souls will return to the wheel. Every word we've ever spoken, everything we've ever known will be forgotten with us. But this will remain. Prolonging the soul is a fool's errand. Clinging to a grand past is vanity. I want to take part in building something that will last beyond me. That is true immortality. Perhaps not. I can only hope our legacy will stand as long as the Engwithans. The key is to build well. But you and I have much to do, and little time to discuss philosophy. Indeed. I hope we return victorious.
It's done in any case. I'll leave you to decide what victory means.
I'm certain Harama would agree. He's well, after all, thanks to your decisive action. Twaha reports success and sends her thanks for your swift intervention. You have aided your countrymen with distinction. There is no higher honor to which a trencher may ascribe. But what of your own assignment?
Nothing that a mountain of bronzoas won't cure.
Rauatai values your service, as do I. And I can think of no better reward for the rough country's finest sharpshooter than a piece such as this. I won't keep you. I know you both have plenty of business to attend to.
Will your mighty fortress protect you from the Audra Colossus?
Much better than wooden huts, my friend.
You cannot stand against such a force. You can only flee it.
My favorite privateer. Clear skies. Then let us content ourselves that some small corner of the archipelago is safe from Valian excess. Our work is unfinished, privateer. Are you ready to hunt anew? Captain, your final target is Burunga, a Hawana captain of many seasons. She is known for bending nature to her will and pursuing her foes with relentless fury. Burunga commands the Dao Puger's Tooth, which braves the turbulent waters of the Afachina Channel, far to the northeast of Nekataka.
Last time I ship out with some soft-handed runt.
Most of the avian godlike I've met were poets and singers.
Which one do you think I am?
Oh, someone's egg rolled out of the nest.
Absolutely. Be careful.
Still got it.
Take this. Nothing I can do.
All back. I'll be seeing you soon.
Worth and rough.
My friends. Yes? I'd be glad to.
I feel like I should set the record straight. I didn't get into this business so I could shoot first in a battle that hadn't even started, you know? I know the Ranganui wants to see results, but I never thought any of us would be complicit in something like assassination. We're shooting at people with dangerous ideas, and assuming the ideas will die with them. Yashiz is a good listener, but he's too dumb to offer much perspective. I could use some of yours right about now. You're saying maybe this isn't a memory we want to take home? You could be right. If we let this sort of thing spin out of control, it won't do us any good in the long run. If we go Atsura's way, we had better be sure that killing the right people makes a difference. Damn sure. And if we fall back on what we know, cannons, sieges, occupation, we'd better commit to fighting a moving target. We won't succeed if we don't understand the tribes. And something tells me that we aren't there yet. I'm sure the Navy would love to test their might against a challenge. Even if Atsura is worried about the cost. I've got some answers. Try not to let it get to your head, Ishi. Wonderful. He's so much easier to wrangle when his ego's inflated.
Ahoy, Captain. What can I do you for?
You have questions? Kara, I have answers. What indeed? I say I am of two minds. My talents are my own, and not even Ngati can tell me how they should be used. I say the tribes would do better with more artists and fewer saviors. But my people struggle against the outsiders, and Ngati did not place me in the Deadfire without intention. Finding the Covenant could bring the Hawana closer to the gods and the ways of the past. I must decide if this is best.
Agrasima, Casita, for taking me on.
I'm all ears. Tell me what's on your mind. Not a one. Thanks to you, I'm sleeping like a babe. No, better even. I never knew nothingness could feel so warm and so nice. No need to fiddle-foot around. I'm listening. You know where to find me if you want to talk, or if you'd like to commune in other ways.
Yes. You only have to ask.
Is anyone seeing to your schooling, Vela?
I'm learning lots. Which side of the boat is good for fishing? Which side is good for puking when Uncle Engram's had too much ale?
Pasango. Cheese masisigaya. Tehese? Ask, please. Should it be a challenge? Lipasalis, my home. It is a big city, ta? Many people speak many languages. That is Nujin, normal. There was a storm. Clouds black like night and high as the stars. We thought God would protect us. West. No one has ever been west because of the storms, ta? But we were determined. We came to teach. Teach about God. I do not know what missionary is, but okay. I did not say I am a good teacher. You learn Seki, maybe we talk more about God. Teach about God. No, only God, ta? Hey, how to explain? I did not say I am a good teacher. You learn Seki, maybe we talk more about God. Do I not? I jest. You are right, I am not a teacher. There was a sehaj, and then I was put on the ship. We can discuss, later. I am a fast learner. Do you think my Adiran is very bad? It cannot be as bad as Seraphin's. He opens his mouth and nonsense comes out. I did nothing. That is how I was put on that ship. Maybe a building went on fire. Maybe many buildings. But that is the past. The future is more interesting, huh? As you say. The edge of your map. A joke from Maya. Home. Home is Yezua. Beyond the storm. Somewhere. A funny question. How to explain? I miss the wind. Hot and dry, it comes from the mountains. Shakes the doors. Covers Lipasalis in dust. And the desert. It is beyond the mountains. Red and wide. I still smell it sometimes. Is that possible? Oh, I will go now. Someday, Chishunskiku. But there is still much to see here, I think. Are you far from your home, Watcher? We are homesick together then. As you say. It is hot and wet. I hate it. Ugh, I must find a comb. Who? Always he has a sour lemon face. Like an old man. Adair told me God stepped on your house? Your luck is maybe worse than mine. Her bird is mean. You see where he bit me? I like him. She reminds me of my old teacher. Do you think she would spar with me? But maybe I have enough scars. Where did he learn Adirin? Not here, ta? Tekehu showed me rice wine. Ugh, it is terrible. You are out of rice wine, by the way. She poked me with her weapon once. She apologized for a week. I poked her with mine, and now we are even. Who? He puts fire kelp in my soup when he thinks I am not looking. But there are peppers much spicier in Yezua. I will get him back. Ugh, creepy. Fine, yes. Can I ask you a question? We talk about the others. What do you think of me? Yukog? Take me home and I will show you fun. Cool? This is in Seki, my language. I can read this. A moment, please. Let me read. Ah, this is a treasure. You have found a very sacred document, Watcher. Here, I will read some in your Adirin. Prince of the heavens shall be fed only young grasses grown on the hills of Lipasalis. He shall be curried morning and night with a brush made of the bristles of boars fed on golden root. It is a bill of sale for a horse, in truth. A very special horse. You want I should read the rest? He shall be given to only the handsomest of mares, of the most feisty temperament, for he grows bored unless challenged. And when he is sad, he shall have in his ear whispered only the sweetest praise. There is more, but that was the best part. Later, then.
You look like you have something on your mind.